friends, welcome back to my channel, and today we're doing something a little different and a tad bit exciting. Today we'll be doing some artist trading cards, and as you can see I have my cards all cut up, pre-cut up, so oh shucks, I don't want them to paper, and so I'll be drawing on these, and for my medium I'll be using the Posca and or MILAN floral glass pen or fluoro glass pen. The Posca paint pens here, as you know, is such a beautiful and opaque marker. It's a multi-surface marker, and that's what makes these little markers so exciting to work with. They're very multi-surface. I'll be using it on hot press 140-pound cellulose paper, so I'm hoping that I could reduce the pilling. And I have two size nibs here. I have this 1mm fine point nib, and I also have the 3mm fine point nib here, but my 3mm are only in skin tones colors, so it's very limited. And I also have the MILAN fluoro glass markers, and these markers are similar to the Posca markers, but there's a couple of differences. Number one is that these markers are more transparent than the Posca markers, and two, these markers have more water solubility than the Posca markers. So, but it's the same concept. It's a multi-surface marker, and it writes better on non-permeable surface versus permeable, but it could give you some good variations on hard watercolor paper. So we'll be doing that today. And since I've introduced what I'm going to be doing in this session, let me get my pesky little disclaimers out of the way, and then we'll get more into it. Of course, before I get started, I do have to give my Surgeon General warning. I live near a major highway here in the country of Belize, so you will hear those motor vehicles in my background. Where I live, there's a lot of wild birds, so you may hear them calling, chirping, and crying in the background. And also, I have dogs. My neighbor have dogs, and sometimes they like to make themselves known in my videos. And with that, I get rid of my disclaimers, and let's get back to a regular scheduled program. Okay, so I'm thinking that I'll be using my Pallisticks. My Pallisticks are generally my basic original characters. I should put a picture of how a Pallistic look somewhere up in this vicinity. And just to use them, I think they'll be perfect for this artist trading card challenge. They do a lot of crazy things. They usually get themselves into trouble. They're always a little mischievous and always up to something. So I'm thinking they'll be a good choice for this artist trading card session. Oh gosh, what's wrong with my tongue today? It's so twisted. Okay, so let me get started. I'm sure you guys may have noticed there's a new pencil in my hand. It's the basic pencil. Literally, it's a basic pencil. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but it is a basic pencil. It's a basic mechanical pencil. It's basically the, I think in more developed countries, these pencils probably found at your local dollar store. I'm just trying out new mechanical pencils and see what fits. Don't get me wrong, I love my blue Stabilo, but if that goes in, I need to know if there's other cheaper alternatives out there that I can use. And for the most part, I've been okay with this, just the basic lead, I think. This lead is supposed to be a 2B lead, but it feels more like an HB lead to me. But again, I'm just using it in the same basic sketchbook, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I think I've blabbered on enough. Yes, September, I've blabbered on enough. And let me get to those sketches and then transfer it onto these cards and then get onto the coloring, okay? all drawn up. My plan was to have the Pallisticks playing a musical instrument. But while I was drawing the trumpet, it kind of hit me that there's a lot of musical instruments that we use in our Creole culture to play our traditional music. And I thought that this is a great opportunity to highlight some of those instruments. Some of these instruments might look familiar to some of you guys internationally. And then again, it might just be an Afro-Caribbean thing. So I started off, and I have these all mixed up, with the trumpet. And then we have our Garifuna drums. We have the steel band. We have, in our culture, we call the harmonica a mouth organ. And then we have the grate and fork. And finally, we have the guitar. The guitar. So, yeah, we do like a little coconut grate and fork to make music with, to produce sounds. And so I think this was a great opportunity to highlight some of these musical instruments that we use to play some of our traditional Creole music. Okay, I have my kneadable eraser out. I have my original sketch off to the side. So I have some kind of guideline for these when I lighten the color. I have out my palette just in case I might want to do some quick mixtures and blending of colors before they dry. And I'm using a filbert brush and a number 0 fine point brush. So I do have a detailing brush, and I have a small filbert. Yeah, number 8 according to this. So let's get all color up, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, I am finished. Oh gosh, I don't think I will do that way again. And the reason I'm saying that is because the nibs on these Poscas is a 1-point fine nib, and it got so, I don't want to use the word frustrating, but it got a little cumbersome trying to fill in these large areas, especially for the Pallisticks. And it was only 6 of them, believe it or not. I did use the MILAN FLOUGLASS to color the background, as you can see. I have a white, so I would have used the white, but you won't see it anyway. And for the most part, this is my artist trading card. I hope you can all see it. The mouth organ, the coconut grater and fork, the steel drum, the guitar, the seguda. I learned this is a seguda, the Garifuna bass drum, and a trumpet. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. It's been a long one, and all in all, even though I learned not to do that again with these Poscas, I learned, and that was the exciting part for me. So all in all, I am not too disappointed that I took on this challenge. Thank you guys again so much for joining me on this journey. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.